You'd imagine, like, I don't know, a girl in your class at college, you know, giving you a wank or something, or perhaps it was like a friend of your mum and she'd be performing some kind of oral sex act on you. Or maybe it was like a lady that used to come into the shop where you had a Saturday boy and you'd be penetrating her over the shop counter while the manager was out. But this would all be in your imagination, and this was called something called a wank fantasy, and this is what this next song's about. You're much younger than my wife, and you paid me attention, which I found quite nice. I've imagined you sucking me off in my car. In the cold light of day, I suppose it won't go that far, 'cause you know what you are, you're just a wank fantasy, a wank fantasy. Something I thought of to arouse me. I'm sorry when you knocked, I was playing with my cock in the middle of a wank fantasy. In the middle of a wank fantasy. You're the mother of my best friend. You're still quite attractive, I'll give you 6 out of 10. What if one day my mate is out when I knock, and while his daddy's at work you end up sucking my cock, and I won't tell you to stop because I like it a lot. It's just a wank fantasy, a wank fantasy. Something I thought of to arouse me. I'm sorry when you texted, I was feeling very sexy in the middle of a wank fantasy. In the middle of a wank fantasy. You're a fit celebrity off the box, like Lorraine Kelly or Samantha Fox. You saw my act on Opportunity Knocks, then you dragged me in the box and lifted your frock and stuck my cock in your box. It's just a wank fantasy, a wank fantasy. Something I thought of to arouse me. I'm sorry when you called, I was playing with my balls in the middle of a wank fantasy. In the middle of a wank fantasy. You're that bird that works at the gym. You've got big knockers but you're still quite slim. You walked in on me changing in the cubicles, but when I pulled down your pants you had a cock and balls. It didn't matter at all, it's just a wank fantasy, a wank fantasy. Something I thought of accidentally. I'm sorry when you emailed, I was nuts deep in a she-mail in the middle of a wank fantasy. In the middle of a wank fantasy. In the middle of a wank fantasy.